we can actually leave work each day a little bit healthier. And one of the biggest things of the body's function is flexibility. So I can work on mechanics and flexibility while I'm at my desk and not even interrupting my work. Like I can work on hip hinging, which is where I tilt my sit bone, my ischial tuberosity tilted up. So what I'm doing, I'm getting my sacrum and my spine is moving as one, and I'm just bending from under my hips there. And my hamstrings are going into a stretch. So I'm getting to this position, leaning on the desk, and I'm in a hamstring stretch now. So the more I can be in this position, the more comfortable I'll get and the longer my hamstrings. When I stand up, I want to use my hamstrings to pull me up. So I'm not using my back at all. This is actually the way we should be bending, but we don't usually because we use our spine. So this is a good way to practice it and to get some length in the hamstrings. Another, I can just use my chair. I can put one knee up in the chair and get a quad stretch. You don't have to make it really intense. It doesn't have to hurt. You can go to just the first kind of stage of resistance where it's not really painful, and I'm just kind of in that position. The other thing I can do to increase the intensity is just bring my pubic bone to my belly button, so I'm tilting my pelvis. Another good thing, if you just need a couple of yoga blocks, and you can kneel down, so you don't need a standing desk. Now I'm not sitting, my hips are not in a short position, which they are when I'm sitting, and usually my sit bone is pushing into my glute and turning it off. Here it's not. I'm also got a little bit of movement, so my spine is actually getting some work. I can do a single leg, so I can get, let me show you the other leg. I can get my hip flexor, I can contract my butt, tilt my pelvis, push forward, lifting my rib cage and chin, and I can just be here. And I've got a little bit of resistance, but I'm not uncomfortable, so I can still focus on my work. I can get into a deep sumo squat in this position. Boom. And then I can still hear and work. And when I first started this position, it was super uncomfortable for me. But the more I worked it, the more free in my hips I became, and easier it was for me to do it. Other simple things, with yoga blocks, I can stretch my my calf. I can do that against the wall too. I can be on the phone. Hello. Shoulders, holding on the desk. I can lean over here, stretch my neck and my arm. I can stretch my shoulders here. And it's just good. You can move your neck around. You just want to get free in the body. You can feel the tension in the body. And the more you move it, you get more free and the body functions better. The skeletal system is being pulled into malalignment by tightness, by restriction in your body. And the more you can stretch it, the more it'll just settle back into correct posture. If I feel like doing some strengthening, I can do core. I can just lean on my desk. You check the stability of your desk first. But I can be in a plank position, just here reading my emails. I can do modified plank if I want to. I can even go further. And if you don't do isometric, which is kind of the strength, the stability without movement, I can put some movement in. I can hold it down here. I can do some couple of push-ups. And you don't need to really kill yourself. If I'm doing putting any stress on my body in the form of an exercise, the body's getting stimulated neurologically, and so it's adapting, it's getting stronger. I could even do here, stretch my shoulders, or do a couple of dips. It should be okay for us to get on our furniture. We're so used to, there's a right and wrong way to do it. I like to just stretch with my knee up, my foot up on the desk, and I'm getting a hip flexor stretch. And again, this doesn't have to be super intense. It can be just enough to get this new range of motion in my joints. So play around with it. There isn't a wrong or right way to do it. It's just, keeping the body moving and out of this fixed static position the whole time.